front of your mind. You're willing to, maybe the last few months have been off or whatever, and you're just like, you're all about your work, you're all about your business, you're all about your dreams, and you're willing to put in overtime, you're willing to just be diligent and to be focused. And as you can see, here's this guy, it could be girl, guy, girl, just working away, totally focused on what they're doing, their intent. And I feel that you also might be looking for guidance right now. Like maybe you're dreaming really big. Like you don't have small dreams. You have big visions and big dreams and goals for yourself. You know that you can do great things. And so you're looking for a mentor. You're looking for someone that you can respect, someone that's really knowledgeable in a certain field that you can learn from, that you can glean from. Like you want to expand, you want to grow. And someone like that you can trust and that does a really good job and that's been really successful, you feel that that might be helpful to you right now to help your ambitions and to help things start happening. Do you feel also that you're looking for financial increase? You are looking and you're expecting and you're hopeful that you're going to receive good news or have an event where your finances are going to increase. So we all know Leo likes the finer things in life, and that costs money. So I do feel that something that you've been waiting for, quite possibly financial, could come through. Because it's a night, it could actually be an event. So this could be a situation coming towards your life, a new opportunity. You might be growing, you might be moving up in your company, maybe having more responsibility, maybe a sale closes, and money starts coming in, whatever. But I do feel that finances and work and your ambitions and growing and being the best you can be is kind of what was important for you this month. All right, so what you're valuing and identifying with is the wheel. And it's interesting, we've had several signs have this card. This does represent your sign. It represents Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And I feel that you're really looking at your life right now because, once again, Leo, you dream big, you don't dream small. You're not going to tolerate anything but the best for yourself. And so because of that, I feel that you do this quite often. You're like, I'm going to take stock of every area in my life. I'm going to see where I'm putting my energy, where I'm putting my resources, where I'm putting my time and my emotions. Is it yielding the results that I desire? And if not, what can I do about it? The sign of Leo is all about I will. You are very creative and very artistic, and you're also a natural leader, and you are also very determined. And so if something isn't to your liking here, I feel that it's just a matter of time before you're going to change it up to get to where you want to go. And now there's a powerful, I feel that summer, it's getting close to your birthday. It's a time that you're feeling like things are shifting for you. You feel like your destiny is coming, and the things that you're meant to do and to be and to accomplish, like your time is now. And so you're being very vigilant. You're being very aware because you're sensing the ebbs and the flows and the seasons and the times changing. And I feel that you want to make the most of it, and you don't want to miss any opportunities because of all these visions that you have for your life. So that's really exciting. Go Leo. All right, Leo. So you've got your eye on someone. Are we surprised? I know. That's what I love about Leos is you guys are so romantic. This is a person, I feel like, for a lot of you, a possible distraction, illusion, or doubt. He could look like this, literally, if you're female, masculine, a guy with curly hair, dark and handsome, charisma, the Bachelor. This is known as the Bachelor card. This guy walks in a room and you turn your head, and he just oozes charisma and oozes adventure and mystery, and this guy has stories to tell. So some of you, this guy has you a little distracted, and it could be a challenge for you. It could be a fire sign in Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, but it could also relate to a person, place, or thing. This also is knowing that you've got to be on your toes, Leo. Like, you don't have time to mess around, okay? So even if someone is catching your attention, I feel like you're not going to wait around, you realize that if you have to take action to make a change, you're going to do it. Like, you're going to live your truth. And it could also be that, things are changing. This card denotes a lot of changes, and we have changes here with your work. So it could be relationships are changing, business is changing, work's changing. And yes, it's exciting. Yes, it's like, oh my gosh, there's all these new possibilities, but it could be a little intense, and it's like, whoa, let's like slow down a little bit. But there's an intensity to a situation, to a person that could kind of be keeping you on your toes and keeping you challenged this month, that's for sure. So let's look at the path towards your fulfillment with all of this stuff happening. We have the Seven of Wands, another fire energy, so this is your energy, Leo. The key to handling all this intensity that's happening to you and all this change and all of this positive momentum and these emotions that you're having and these passions is to handle things diplomatically. As you can see here, she is doing like 3 or 4 things at once. She has a lot going on. It's probably noisy in the background. She's got her arm up here. She's got her hand here. The machine's doing its own thing. This tells me that, Leo, you are balancing a lot of things in your life: your health, your family, your life, your work, your love, etc. And you're gonna have to show them what you have. You're gonna have to be at the top of your game. And not only that, you're gonna have to do it well. And the best way for you to do this is to do things with tact, to do things with like smooth, and to be diplomatic, to not let your emotions get the best of you, to remain above board and to take the high road. It's going to be important that you network with the people and the situations in your life and that you use these situations to your advantage. And obviously that you're helpful to them too. You have to offer your skills, your abilities, but it has to be, I feel like, a win-win situation. It's a number 7. To me, that's like a very spiritual number. So I feel like as long as you keep like your integrity and your good morals intact and you do things that not only benefit you, but also benefit everybody involved, I think that that's going to lead you to success. It's really about staying optimistic because you are juggling a lot of factors. You are kind of maybe pushing yourself outside your comfort zone. And this is just a belief in yourself, Leo, that you know what, you have what it takes. You have the ability to overcome all obstacles. Nothing is going to get the best of you. You can overcome anything that's thrown your way. And not only that, you're going to do it well. And you're going to show everyone what you're made of. So make sure that you stay true to your intentions, the core values of your heart, and communicate clearly, calmly, and effectively your needs. And I feel like you're gonna be able to handle all these different things going on. Okay, so the right attitude to have towards yourself and others, the 6 of Swords. This is really just about being cautious, Leo, and there might be a situation that you're very, very passionate about, that you really believe strongly about, that maybe other people don't get it yet, but you know. And this card is saying, yes, there's new opportunities. Yes, you have these people surrounding you. You're going to be networking. You're going to be meeting new people. You might have new situations, new events coming your way, but you still want to look before you leap, okay? You still want to really make sure you set your feelings aside and think things clearly and be analytical and logical before you take that plunge. And the temptation can be just to go for it, like live life to the fullest, just jump in with both feet. But I do feel that there is some type of energy here that you need to be cautious. It's not that you can't jump, but just make sure. Think things through. Look at all the details. And this could be in your relationships or before you have a decision, before you have a discussion, before you have an event, and especially since that card about, being very diplomatic, a lot of times human nature, we're not diplomatic. We have to meditate and calm ourselves down. I know I do. I have to get in that Zen-like place before I can just be like a saint to everybody. So I do feel like stepping back and being cautious and knowing that there are new things coming your way. There's no doubt about it. New people, new relationships, opportunities to clear the air. Just make sure that you're centered and that you've thought through exactly what you say and that you can feel at peace with that, and I think you'll be successful. Okay, so let's look at where this is headed. By the end of the month, now we have the Page of Swords, and oh, Leo the Lion, you have your eye on something or someone. You're going for it, Leo. You're going for it. This could be an air sign, a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. It could just be your mental faculties. Whatever this is, a lot of you, it's a person, You're trying to get this person in some way, shape, or form. Be in a relationship, friendship, figure it out, business, partnership, whatever. It could be a goal. It could be a dream. It could be a situation. but this is the watchman. You're going to have your eyes wide open. You're dealing with so many situations that you realize you don't maybe know all the answers. I also feel that you kind of feel like something's up because the watchman, there's a reason that you have to observe. There's a reason that you have to stand back and be a little cautious and kind of be on your guard. You might be dealing with someone that is a seducer, or maybe you're trying to seduce the situation. It could be a thief, it could be a spy. There's something very calculating and very speculating going on. And you are not sure if this person or this situation has a negative impact. Like, I feel like you're not sure yet, and that's why you have to step back. You have to be the one in control, and you have to keep your eyes wide open, and you really have to see what this situation or this person is made of. If it is a human, if it is a person, it could be someone that's very quick mentally. They have a very cool, calm, collected air about them. They take everything in, but they don't give a lot of information out. They could actually be quite secretive, and they're very logical. They're very calculating. Sometimes this type of energy denotes rumors or gossip or secrets or trouble, and you're going to have to see. You might not know what this situation's about. This card can talk about news, but the news being delayed, or maybe not what you really had hoped for. So the biggest thing I'm getting here, Leo, is you're taking stock of your life. You're working hard. You're willing to do what it takes. You're intrigued by someone or something, and the universe is just saying, just step back a little bit, try to just think through things very logically, very rationally, and you'll be okay. I know you'll be okay, Leo, but definitely an interesting month for you. So this is going to complete the law of attraction. Let's get started with your love reading. All right, Leo, the first card here is representing your expectations, hopes, fears for love in the month of April. Second card is going to represent the obstacle or the challenge to overcome. And the third card is going to represent the realization or the outcome. Okay, so let's look at your passionate and fiery love life, Leo. So we do have the Ace of Wands, your expectations, hopes, and fears. Ace of Wands, love, strong fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And really the Ace is a starting, initiation. So when it's in the reverse, I do feel like something's happening here. Whether it's in a current relationship, just your own quest for love, or something else in a brand new situation. However, with it being reversed, this does denote that there could be delays. Maybe things, they're starting, they're moving along, but not as quickly as you probably would like or have hoped. We do see a little angel here, and she's helping the energy of this wand taking off. So it did have some energy. It did have an enthusiastic start, but I do feel that maybe some problems or maybe kind of the first obstacles of this new situation or new relationship or even current relationship have kind of exposed themselves or have kind of slowed down the progression. And I feel honestly, Leo, that you've been quite irritated by this. You're like, I know who I am, I know what I want, can't everyone just get along and figure this out? Let's move forward. So this has probably been kind of senseless to you, it hasn't really even made sense, it's pointless, but it is what it is. And the Ace of Wands, fire wants to move, it wants to grow, it wants to expand, and so you are probably in some way feeling either impatient, or frustrated by your own progress, your partner's lack of progress, or the relationship, or whatever the situation is. It's like everything you try to do to move it forward, you might be feeling resistance. Maybe you're 100%, but your partner, this other person, is kind of giving you 20%. And it just feels like you're having to no matter what you do, there's always resistance. The energy has been restricted on some level. The key here is to just take a deep breath and to relax. Whatever this has been that has started, I feel like you can't make it grow faster than it's willing to grow. And if you have attempted to move it forward or if you've attempted to force things, it's probably going to create more problems. And if someone in the relationship is being arrogant or too overbearing, that's not going to help either. Someone may feel like they're just too hot to handle, that the tempers are kind of flary and fiery. And the key here, I feel like, is just, try to tell yourself it's going to work out in the right time, in the right way, and just try to stay positive and optimistic about whatever the start is, even if you've had delays. Okay, so the challenge to overcome in love, we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And this could be, I do feel strongly that work and career is influencing some people's love lives. Maybe someone's working too much. It's like being a workaholic and it's preventing you from having a relationship. Or maybe they're not working enough. They're becoming lazy and just not putting in the effort, and you can't really respect someone that doesn't have ambitions and goals. The other thing that this could be is just because there's been some rocky bumps or rough starts, and this could be if you're single or in a relationship, there's a lot of detailed kind of nitty-gritty work that needs to be done in order to make this relationship or situation successful. And it's like, who wants to do that? I just want to go out and have fun. I just want to have the romance and the adventures. And this card is asking you to attend, you or your partner, or if you're single, to attend to those details that may not seem important, but for whatever reason right now they are. Someone may be just like wanting to work, all work and no play. Maybe it's you. Maybe you just have such great ambitions right now that it's hard to think of anything else. And also you might be dealing with someone else, Leo, that is just not as committed as you are. Maybe you are willing to do all the work. Maybe you are willing to work hard for this situation or this relationship, and someone else just isn't showing the commitment that you need or desire. And I feel for some of you that because this has been a slow start, you're bored. Like, it's gotten repetitive, it's gotten dull, it's gotten boring. Like, it started out good, and now it's just kind of humming along, and you're like, I need more excitement than this. Something is not up to Leo's standards here. Something is mediocre. It's not, Leo, you like go big or go home. And I just feel like what you're encountering in love or with a certain partner, it's not up to your standards, and like it's frustrating you. Like, you want more, you want bigger and better, and you've tried to help this person, you've tried to help this situation, and you're just getting resistance, setback after setback, delays, frustrations, and maybe someone's putting in a half-ass effort compared to you, and it's just getting to be too much. And then it's like, I don't even want to put forth the effort. It's being like overstretched. It's being too taxing. And there's also a need here, the obstacle is to want to take a shortcut, like just want to have the happily ever after and not wanting to have to do the work. So these are some of the thoughts and things that are coming up and a challenge to overcome. So I have good news for you. By the end of the month, we have a beautiful card for you. And this is the Ace of Pentacles. So as you can see, you have a little cherub, little angel here, little roses, red romantic roses. After the rough start and maybe the lack of progress and delays that maybe you've encountered in love, you're going to feel more grounded by the end of the month. You're going to start focusing on what you can realistically achieve. I feel that you're going to, and this could be financial. You've got a big old, pentacle. So for those of you that have been struggling financially in love, you're going to get a game plan. You're going to start looking at things in reality and being like, okay, what can we achieve today? So maybe like you and your partner, if you're in a relationship, you're going to just finally start seeing eye to eye, and you're just going to kind of find a compromise, come to a harmonious place. And it's about achieving what's real in the real world. Like, what can we tangibly achieve together? And we do have two roses here, so that's a good sign. And I feel also, Leo, that you're going to tap some type of divine, spiritual, intuitive resource within yourself to draw upon what you need to accomplish your goals in love. You're going to start seeing some of all of your hard work, because I do feel many of you have really worked your butt off. You've really poured your heart into someone or something, or to love, your belief in love. And I do feel that you're going to start reaping some of these rewards. And either you or your partnership or your dating relationship is going to start growing. You're going to start seeing some growth. And you're just going to have a more level head about love. You're going to be more realistic about what you can handle, what your partner can handle. You're just kind of using common sense and deciding to accept what you have. Accept the tools that you have. Be like, okay, this is what I'm working with. This is what we're working with. So now let's make something happen. And I also feel that, if there's been hurt or pain or frustration or anger or words said or spoken, you're gonna start believing. You're gonna start having more hope, more faith, more optimism. You're gonna believe in someone. You're gonna believe in yourself. You're gonna believe in the good will of others. You're gonna feel that you're safe and protected no matter what, that you're loved, that you're adored. And I also feel for some of you that you're going to feel more secure in your relationship. You're going to develop a support system. So regardless of if you're single or you decide to stay with someone, you're going to know that you are protected and that you have people that care about you. And I do feel that you're going to have a more firm grasp